Hey y'all, it's Carol, and so I am back diving into this motherhood journey. Last video, I was sharing how sometimes as moms, we lose who we are as a woman, and we don't even know that we're in that cycle sometimes. We may have no idea that we're in that mindset. And so I was telling y'all that next video, which is right now, I will be sharing some of the ways that I began to find myself as a woman. So, yes, I'm still a wife. Yes, I'm still a mom. My husband and my children, they mean more than you'll ever know to me because I chose that path in life. However, let's get into those three R's. The three R's were rediscover, redefine, and revalue. So this may apply to you, it may not, but as we go through this motherhood journey as being more than just a mother, this may actually resonate and ring a bell with someone. With the first R of rediscovered, there was no magical aha or light bulb moment. It honestly was a journey of just being a parent. So, yes, I did like a course. Well, I won't say a course because everyone's different. So, for me, I always had my nails done. I loved flashy nails. I loved big hair. I loved an amazing pair of high heels and really cute outfits. So with that mindset that I was in of being so consumed with being a mother and a parent, I actually forgot and didn't even realize what brings me value on the inside, like what makes me whole as a person. Because again, the kids and their activities, whether it was sports, academics, the hobby, us exploring parts of the DC area, everything that I did with the exception, of course, of hair and nails, was for them. I even forgot about my love of books. And so I did try to read books here and there, but that was the only thing that I can really think of that I was doing for me that had substance because the mindset, it just was in a whole other place. It took me even 2 years to read one epic book. Now, this book is not a boring book, but it's more of like a textbook in a paperback form that has been a book reading classic for decades. So I had to make sure that I finally finished it, even though it took me almost 2 years. My kids would say, "Oh my gosh, mom, you're never going to finish." I say, "I will finish. Just give me some time. I'll get it done." Time was 2 years. With that first R of rediscovering myself, I then slowly began to redefine who I was. So these were not done in a silo. So it wasn't like rediscovery, redefine, revalue. It was all a conglomerate of just different emotions and feelings and experiences that then snowball and grew into that next part. So when I redefined myself, again, it was not an overnight like Carol, how do you redefine yourself? It was a process. So through lots of just self-reflection, I didn't journal. I would journal in my head. I would say, okay, Carol, you're gonna start journaling, but in reality, it was not happening because I guess I was too busy doing mom stuff. But I had a whole lot of time just to reflect. So whether I was driving my kids somewhere, whether I was waiting at a sports event or just doing something around the house, I was beginning to actually figure out how can I get back or how can I find ways to still be a parent, still be a spouse, but also do things for me? So I got active in adult sports. I've been sporty my whole life, but I had always found reasons why I could not do certain things, such as I have 3 kids. I can't play sports because who's going to watch the kids during practice? Who's going to watch them during a game? So I always found reasons to not do things. And yet I was still thinking that kind of mindset was okay. But ladies, moms, it is not okay. And I understand there are some moms who are not in that mindset of, yes, you can exist outside of being a mother. And it was also about getting out of my comfort zone. I can readily admit that I am afraid of trying new things. I'm not going to be a hermit and stay in the house and say, oh my gosh, I can't do things. But I have my limits on how far I would go to try new things. So it could be trying new food, it could be trying a new adventure with the kids, or or the whole family. But I was not going to be going out there and go skydiving because, again, I'm scared. So then with the growth of the rediscovery, I began slowly to get out of my comfort zone. And something that I would have never thought was that I was selling pure romance. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try and see what happens. So that I can say probably that was maybe 2018 or 2017. That I think was the very, very first thing that helped me to get out of my comfort zone because I'm not trying to resell anything. I want to just go to work, stay in my office, well, in my little cubicle, and just be there in the safety of having an office job. But as we continue to grow, I also started a podcast with my husband, Jason, which is called The Linguistic Show. Now, that was getting out of my comfort zone in a mega, mega way because I am not in audio visual person. I'm not a sound engineer. I didn't go to school to learn how to mix and master or have firsthand experience from a producer. That was foreign to me, but I was thrown into that role of don't just be a host, you have to do behind the scenes because if not, this will go nowhere. So that was another way that I got out of my comfort zone with just the podcast with my husband. Talking was not the issue, it was more behind the scenes. What do I do? I don't know. But as I became more self-aware, and I'm sure that there are moms out there who may be thinking, okay, well, I am not totally doing things for myself, but I don't want to make that move just yet, and that's okay. But a huge part is becoming self-aware. And then once you are self-aware, just realizing that it's okay to grow and you can still be who you are, just an expanded part of who you are. And so with that mindset, just focusing on the kids so much, I didn't even realize, it may also ring a bell with some of you as well, that when you have that mindset of just so gung ho for one thing, in this case, it was my children, just being the best mom I could be for them because of just, I wanted to be the best I could be for them. I did not even make the connection with me being scared of trying new things to a certain extent, as a connection with I am missing out on parts of life. More importantly, for the redefining, it was setting boundaries and saying no without guilt. It was saying no without someone making me feel bad for not giving in to what they wanted me to do, whether it was spend time, give them a ride somewhere, anything else. I had to really learn to set boundaries, say no, and to stand on it with no regrets. With the last R of revalue. Now, I will say that I never felt like I was worthless as just being a wife and a mom. I always had high standards for myself with my family, with my career, with just life in general. So I was not at that level of the woe is me. I'm in a trough of sorrow. I just can't even do anything because I'm a mom. So that was never the case. I always had value instilled in me, but I forgot about the value as just me, the individual. I valued my worth as a mom on how successful and how well my family was doing, which is my family of five with myself, my husband, and our three daughters, and also how I was doing as being a mother, as being my children's first female role model. That was my level of success and my level of value. Yeah, it was the mindset, y'all, the mindset. I'm glad I'm a wife. I'm glad I'm a mom, but I am more happy, more fulfilled knowing that I am doing things for me. So as I began to set the boundaries, to say no, to get more active with things that I enjoy, whether it was reading more books, playing adult sports, trying new things, trying new foods, going on new adventures, I actually realized that I was the one who was accountable for actually putting off some of my own goals as a woman. One of those was event design and planning. So I used to have a business before I had children. I actually told myself that Carol Bush, you have a 1 year old and you're pregnant, and so there is no way you can manage being a business owner and being a mother of two children who are going to both need me a whole lot. So without even trying to still maintain a part of me, I gave it up. And so actually, in retrospect, as I'm saying this out loud right now in the moment, that actually may have been the beginning of me just putting me aside. So I need to actually go and think about that some more. That was '09 when that whole thought happened. So y'all, those are my three R's: rediscovered myself, redefined myself, and revalued myself. There is no right or wrong way. There is no right or wrong time to find out more about who you are as the woman. So, yes, you can still be a phenomenal mother. If you are married, you can still be a phenomenal wife. If you're not married and have a partner, you can still be a fantastic, phenomenal partner without losing who you are. And I guarantee you that there is still time in life to rediscover yourself and to redefine yourself and revalue yourself, because once you do, you'll have no idea how much is out there waiting for you to explore. And so if you enjoyed this, how would you consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing?